Guys, I want to share with you a dream that I had recently. It's been a while since I have shared any of my dreams with you, but that's mainly because I honestly haven't been dreaming a whole lot lately. But I did want to share this with you because it was very symbolic, and what is unusual about this particular dream is that as I was writing it down in my journal and praying about it, I believe I received an interpretation for it, and I do think that the Father wanted me to share this with you. So let me walk you through the dream. I was in a house with a woman, and this woman was holding a baby. This woman was also holding a snake, and the snake had a white body and pastel-colored spots on it. It had the venomous shaped head, like a triangle, diamond, whatever. Well, anyway, the woman threw the snake down onto the floor, and the snake slithered up underneath the bed. It then turned around and came out from underneath the bed and started coming towards me. So I was backing up into the hallway, and I came to a doorway, and I started climbing up the inside of the door frame to get away from the snake. Well, the snake came up and bit me on the left foot. But I was wearing shoes, thankfully, and the shoes stopped the teeth from penetrating the skin. But I did feel the teeth, but it did not bite me, not my skin. The snake had a big head that was bigger than its body, and I want to say it was a rattlesnake. That was the first thing that I thought of when I woke up. So again, this was a white-bodied rattlesnake with pastel-colored spots. So as I was recording my dream in my journal and praying about it, I believe, like I said, the Holy Spirit gave me an interpretation, and I want to share that interpretation with you. I believe that the woman represents the Roman Catholic Church, and the baby that she was holding represents the Protestant Church. Now, the white-bodied, pastel-colored snake that she threw down onto the floor represents deceit. And notice, if you'll remember, the snake first slithered up underneath a bed. The bed is a place of rest. So what I believe it represents is the lie, the deceit that the Roman Catholic Church began to take away, to disturb the rest that the body of Messiah needs concerning the seventh-day Sabbath. It was the Roman Catholic Church that changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday, the first day of the week, instead of the seventh day of the week, which is what Yahweh commanded. Now, the snake, after disturbing a place of rest, came after me. And that's when I started really noticing the pastel-colored spots on it. Now, when I was drawing a picture of the snake in my journal, it hit me that the pastel-colored spots on the snake were symbolic of Easter, which is another lie, another way that the Roman Catholic Church has deceived the Catholics and the Protestants into celebrating Easter instead of celebrating the commanded feast of Yahweh, which would be Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, First Fruits, Pentecost. Then we would have the Feast of Trumpets, and then the Day of Atonement, and then the Feast of Tabernacles, and including the Sabbath, which is the first commanded feast, or the first commanded appointed time that the body of Messiah should be recognizing and following. So all of that symbology, and before I'm done, I didn't finish the dream. The doorway that I went up, the doorway represents Yeshua. Yeshua is the door. And if you'll remember at Passover, the Israelites were commanded to apply blood to the doorposts. I was climbing up the doorpost in that dream, and I got away. That snake did attack me, but that snake bit into the shoes that I was fitted with the gospel of peace. And no weapon forged against me will prosper. So the reason I believe that the Father gave me this dream is to share with you and to encourage you to look into the origins of why was the Sabbath changed for most of the church. Why do most Christians keep Sunday instead of Saturday? And I also want to encourage you to look into the origins of Easter and Halloween and Christmas and compare those things to the Bible and see if you can find in the Bible where Yahweh commands his people to keep those holidays. Well, I promise you're not going to find those things in the Bible. And so, my friends, my brothers and sisters in Messiah, we have been deceived for years and years and years, and it was because of the Roman Catholic Church. Now, you can even go to their own website and look at the Roman Catholic Encyclopedia and read their writings, and they come out and say that they had the authority to change things. And that should make you fear and tremble, because no one has the authority to change what God has established. So I'm sharing this dream with you, not to berate you, not to condemn you, not to be against you, but to encourage you, to exhort you to examine the scriptures, to see if what you have been told is the truth. And as I have exhorted before in another video, go and buy truth and do not sell it. Now, Yeshua said that the kingdom of heaven is like a man who discovered treasure in a field, and he sold everything that he had so that he could go buy that treasure. So I exhort you to examine the scriptures and find that treasure and hold on to it. Worship Yahweh in spirit and in truth, my brothers and sisters. And I hope and pray that this season you will decide in your heart to follow Yahweh and his ways, to let go of man-made doctrines and traditions. Stop celebrating Easter, Halloween, and Christmas, and follow and celebrate the things that Yahweh himself has commanded. And I'll get you started. Read Leviticus 23 that explains all of the feasts. It begins with Sabbath. So, my friends, you can even start this week. Tonight, Friday night, will begin the Sabbath. So from sunset tonight to sunset Saturday is the seventh day, the Sabbath that Father has established. So I pray that you will observe it, that you will rest in him, that you will have the joy of Sabbath in your heart, and that you will examine the scriptures. I love you. Thank you for giving me your time. Shalom.